principles, both moral and legal, of this magnanimous gesture of giving are not followed, then we will demand that the Panama Canal be returned to the United States of America.
Just a day after making headlines with threats to reclaim control over the Panama Canal, Donald Trump has set his sights on acquiring Greenland. In a post on Truth Social, Trump declared, "The US feels that the ownership and control of Greenland is an absolute necessity for reasons of national security and global freedom." This isn't the first time Trump has expressed interest in acquiring Greenland. Back in 2019, he said his administration was talking about buying Greenland.
Well, Greenland, I don't know, it got released somehow. It's just something we talked about. Denmark essentially owns it. We're very good allies with Denmark. We protect Denmark like we protect large portions of the world.
But Denmark rejected the proposal, and Trump, being Trump, then cancelled his state visit to Denmark.
Trump has called the Danish leader nasty after she rejected his idea of buying Greenland. The nation's Prime Minister dismissed the suggestion of a land deal as absurd. The US President has fired back this morning.
But why is Trump so interested in buying Greenland? Greenland is the world's largest island, and despite its name, Greenland is far from green. Nearly 80% of its landmass is covered in ice, making it one of the most inhospitable regions on Earth. With a population size of only 56,000 people, Greenland operates as an autonomous territory under the Kingdom of Denmark. While it has its own government and parliament, Denmark retains control over its foreign affairs and defense. Although there are various reasons for Trump's interest in buying Greenland, the most important is its location. Greenland is located in the North Atlantic Ocean between Europe and North America. During the Cold War, the US established its air base on the island, which has since been remodeled as a US space base. From Greenland, the US can monitor and potentially intercept missile threats from Russia or China. It can also launch missiles from this location. And the US is not alone in this race. Both Russia and China have shown interest in the Arctic. In fact, NATO today has less military bases in Arctic than Russia. And Russia from a long time is preparing for a winter war in the Arctic, where they can expand rapidly without facing any strong resistance. The US also believes that it is not that tough for Russia to annex Greenland given its negligible population and Russian soldiers' masterful craft in fighting in the winter. All they have to do is cross the Atlantic Ocean. In Ukraine's case, the US just provided weapons to Ukrainians and they fought themselves to save their land. But in case of Greenland, this is not possible because of its negligible population. And even though Greenland is part of NATO, but will NATO start a World War III for Greenland? The chances seem really slim. And it is only post-Trump's threat that Denmark government announced a boost in defense spending for Greenland to the tune of $1.5 billion. Another reason for Trump's interest in Greenland is its vast natural resource wealth. Greenland is rich in various rare earth minerals such as uranium, scandium and neodymium. These are essential for manufacturing electronics, electric vehicles and advanced military technologies. With global dependence on China for rare earth mineral supplies, securing Greenland's resources could help the US diversify its supply chain and reduce its reliance on China. Although it may seem that Trump is the first US president to want to buy Greenland, this is not the case. Harry S. Truman was the first American president to show interest in buying Greenland. He even offered $100 million to Denmark in 1946, which was rejected by Denmark. Then he proposed a barter, a few parts of Alaska in exchange for some of Greenland, which was again rejected by Denmark. Then in 1987, the idea was floated again, this time by the US State Department. They said Greenland is ideal for acquisition, but they made no formal efforts to actually do it. But can Trump really buy Greenland just like he buys any other real estate property? Is this even practical? Well, the US has acquired plenty of territory in the past. It bought Louisiana territory from France in 1803 for $15 million, doubling its size. Then it bought Alaska from Russia in 1867 for $7.2 million. And finally the Virgin Islands in 1917 for $25 million from none other than Denmark. But this time around, Denmark seems to show no interest in making another deal. As Greenland's Prime Minister said, "We must not lose our long struggle for freedom. We are not for sale and we will not be for sale." But I personally wouldn't be shocked if Trump somehow is successful in acquiring Greenland. Why? Because Trump is the most powerful US president in a while. Both houses are ruled by his party, the US Supreme Court has his justices, opposition is pretty weak and are lacking a charismatic leader, majority of Americans are wholeheartedly supporting him, and so I wouldn't be surprised if Trump is successful in taking over Panama Canal and Greenland by the end of his tenure, although Canada may be a different story. So guys, if you enjoyed watching this video, then please do like, share and subscribe for more such amazing videos. Thank you and bye bye.